Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to do a little bit of administration for the channel. I apologize. I don't apologize. I do lots of videos, so you guys don't need every video I make. This video is simply to set rules of engagement for commentary. 95, I would say 95% of you do not need to watch this video. If you're a kind, tolerant person and you come to enjoy content and then say a nice thing, you don't have to listen to this. If you're coming with an agenda, if you're coming from specific communities, if you we'll get into the check boxes, then you definitely need to listen to this. And also, just so you guys are aware, rather than tell people, oh, blah, then interact and blah, blah, blah about, yeah, I don't like your comment, blah, 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 I could just put this link in response, and then those people can listen to this video, understand everything I have to say on the topic, and then they can adjust their commenting behavior so they don't get blocked. So that's what this is. It's just some administration for the channel itself. I really appreciate your patience, and let's go. Okay, so let's talk about rules of engagement for comments. So first of all, I ask for comments at the end of every video, right? So I want your feedback, okay? And so people give me their feedback and then they're all upset when I respond poorly to their feedback, right? That's fair, I get that. Yeah, I should, if I'm gonna ask for comments, right, then I should make it clear what kind of comments I want and what kind of feedback I want, okay? Now, first of all, if you're coming here and you listen to one of my videos and you don't like the video and you wanna tell me you don't like it, how can you do that in a way that's not gonna get you blocked? That's another thing. This entire video is explaining why you've been blocked or what's going to get you blocked on this channel quick, okay? But actually I try not to block people quickly. You kind of have to work your way up to it in the past, but we'll see, right? So this is all about what gets somebody blocked on this channel, okay? So first of all, I want to make sure that you can tell me you don't like a video I made, you don't like content I made, without blocking you and without actually censoring you in any way, right? Without censoring you unreasonably. I shouldn't say in any way, without uncensoring. So first of all, if you don't like my content and if you don't like my content, okay, and you don't like a video or you don't like something I said, you have every right to express that. You can say, Scott, you're wrong. Scott, I think that is completely incorrect. Scott, and what if you want to get a little bit more harsh than that? Here's how far you can go. You could say, Scott, that is foolish. You can even say I'm a fool, okay? That's as far as you could go. That's it, right? That's as far as I'm gonna allow it, right? And because basically on some days I am a fool, right? And I lack wisdom. That's the truth, right? But basically you have every right to say, Scott, I think this content is completely wrong and that you are wrong. You can even say, I think you're uninformed, right? You could say, I think you should have done more research on this. You could say, this was lacking in this way. You can come at my content and say flat out, it's wrong, it's uninformed, it's not well researched enough. None of that is gonna get you blocked or banned, okay? Yeah, none of that is gonna get you blocked. I'm gonna say blocked for banned as well. That's all I do. I either block you or I don't, period. And I rarely block people. I would say I do it once a week, right? But I have hundreds of, if not well over 1,000 comments a week, right? So I would say I do it once a week, on a good month, once every 2 weeks, okay? All right, okay. So what will put you on the road to being blocked? All right, first of all, cursing. If you curse at me, you're on the road. I'm not going to block you immediately because of that. I might try to jump in and say, hey, let's keep the language civil, okay? But that puts me on high alert. Oh, this person is looking to get blocked. It doesn't make me block you, but it puts me on high alert that you're looking to get blocked. It means right out of the gate, you're a rude person, right? Like if you swear all the time, you're a rude person. You should hold a civil tongue in your head. There you go, okay? All right, my humble opinion there, okay? All right, what's next? Number one thing that will that puts you firmly on the road to getting blocked on this channel. This is the second thing. There's something that will get you blocked even faster than this. But what will put you on the road, it will not get you blocked, but it's another checkbox to getting you, is roll up in a shell account, okay? What's a shell account, Scott? Let me explain it. This ain't my first rodeo, baby. I've seen so many shell accounts. I could describe them right off the top of my head. Watch, right? First of all, you got no picture. Shell account number one, okay? Here's a green R. Here's a blue D. Here's a black H, or like, whatever it is, right? Like no pick, okay? Then your name has 6759Z after it, right? Okay. Next, when I go to your channel, you have no videos, you have no playlists, you have no followers, or you don't follow anybody. That's a shell account. And you don't need to have all of them, right? You can just have the majority of what I just said, okay? Oh, let me add a few more things on shell accounts. You rolled up and your first comment was negative. Yeah. And the reason why is you use a shell account because you're a coward and you're always you're almost always commenting negative. The vast majority of your comments are negative. And you use a shell account because you're such a jerk, you could not possibly tell people your real name. Right? Shell account. Shell account. It will get you firmly on the road to being blocked. Curse, use a shell account. Okay? That you are traveling farther down the road of getting blocked. Okay? Here's the last one. Or actually, let's get into the last couple. I'm gonna put a few things that's probably all in the same ball of wax, okay? You may not you may not diagnose me ever, okay? And the reason why I could say this is, one, you, and the vast majority of people who do this have no credentials. They have no credentials to diagnose any mental health state, to diagnose any physical state, and so you're uncredentialed, okay? Here's the other one though. Actually, I don't need to tell you that you cannot diagnose me because any professional would never diagnose from watching somebody on a video. They would actually have to see the patient, right? So no diagnosing me ever, all right? And here's the swift, let me tell you the swiftness. You want to get blocked? Here you go, baby. This will get you blocked so fast, it will turn your head. It will spin your head, okay? You do not use these referring to me or my content. Any of these words, okay? And I've heard them all. Insane, unhinged, crazy, special. There you go. Now, I may add new words to those lists later, but I can tell you right now, okay? Now, people say this stuff all the time. Every single one of those terms is horrible, repugnant language, only used by people who do not care about anyone's mental health state other than their own, right? These people are horrible, garbage humans who, in my humble opinion, just do not deserve to be on the internet, in my humble opinion. But you'll see it, right? So, and I'm going to tell you right now, you use any of those four words, crazy, insane, unhinged, special, I will block, and especially, right? Especially if you check the first two boxes, if you cursed, and or if you checked either one of the first two boxes, if you're cursing at me and you're diagnosing me, if you are if you're on a shell account and you use any of those words, you will get blocked so fast it will make your head spin. Okay, and I want to explain this. So basically, now I have had people use these terms at me and I haven't blocked them immediately. And the reason why is we live in an incredibly broken world, a really horrible, terrible, broken world. And people constantly diagnose other people, use this horribly repugnant, cruel language, all of which is antiquated and not kind or tolerant in any way, right? And so that's it. Okay? And so now I really appreciate you guys if you sat through this and you're a kind commenter, I'm sorry you had to sit through this, but you will see this link going out to people. You will see this link going out to people. Okay? So that's it. Those are the rules of engagement for commenting, right? Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to be patient, right? Because I know people forget. People literally forget they're on shell accounts. I've had people come on shell accounts and totally, and I'll say, you're a shell account. They're like, what's a shell account? And like, they don't even know. There are people who use the internet so wrongly, so frequently, they don't even realize what an identity account is, right? Like, so I'm trying to be patient because there's a lot of bad learned habits on the internet, and I understand people come up. So I'll try to give you a warning. Actually, I think going forward, I'm just going to send you this link, right? And then you're going to know the rules, right? And so, and I would like people to stay here, and one thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to really let you go to town on my content, right? And I want to be patient. And I want you to be able to say, Scott, your content is terrible. I think your content is wrong. I think your content is foolish. I think your content is shallow, right? All of those. Come at me come at my content. Don't come at me, right? And don't ever diagnose me. And if you're on a shell account, I'm telling you right now, nothing you comment is worth anything, right? Even you don't care enough to stand behind it. So get off shell accounts. Those are useless wastes of time on both ends. They're a waste of your time and they're a waste of my time, right? If you got something to say it and stand next to it. I've been saying stuff on YouTube for 9 years and I've stood next to all of it with my face and with my name. And guess what? It puts a check on things. Like, it makes, I delete a lot of videos before they go up, right? I would say like 1 out of 20 videos. I'm like, oh, no, I made that point too adamantly. That was too intense, right? So that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry this was longer, but I do think this is valuable. It's definitely valuable for my channel. And honestly, I would highly encourage you to follow these rules on any other channel as well. Making content is hard, right? People are doing this for your entertainment and they're not charging you a dime, right? So let's get civil, let's get kind, let's get tolerant. And thank you for letting me put the rules of engagement here. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me set these here. You'll probably see this link going out to, not you, but some few other people. All right, take care.